Hello, ladies of Whammy. So sorry I can't be with you tonight in Hawaii, where I'm hoping enjoying Waikiki and all of the sights. But when Susan McTiernan called me a couple of months ago to tell me that I was the recipient of the Pat Flynn Award and asked me if I was coming to ICAM, I said, no, not planning on it because no longer the business dean. And then she told me why she was asking, and I just couldn't make it work. So I've been reflecting on why I stayed involved with WWAMI for the last 20 years. I first attended my first WWAMI meeting in Chicago at the Global Forum for Management Education in 1998. And I know some of you are rolling your eyes and going, really? 1998? Yes, I was very young at the time, and I was the MBA director at UAB. And our dean sent me as the UAB rep to the meeting that year. And I went to this meeting and I met Pat Flynn and very few other women because, there weren't many of us administrators around at the time who were women. And I probably met Susan McTiernan at the same meeting. And so fast forward, over the years we've crossed paths, many of us in the room there, and I have crossed paths many times, and I've been able to be involved in your lives. And, I've been reflecting a lot on my experiences in WWAMI the last couple of weeks. And the best thing to me, obviously, that we all get out of WWAMI is the network. I've made some great friends. I've helped some great friends. Some of you have helped me. And I've gotten calls from a few of you over the years where you've been just so frustrated with your provost, your faculty, your associate dean, your president, someone in your life, and you just needed somebody to vent to. And I've been that for you. But many of you have also been that for me. You've been that person that I could pick up the phone and call and just have somebody to hear me a little bit. And so that's been wonderful for us. But then the learning that we've enjoyed in some of the WWAMI sessions have been fabulous as well. I was reflecting back on one of my favorite ones. We had a search consultant probably 10, 12, 15 years ago now, who one of the things that she taught us to do was to think about our career path. And career path to me, I kind of thought a little bit about it. I was a dean at the time, and I was thinking, what do I want to do one day? But one of the things she encouraged us to do was to go to the age that we wanted to retire, so let's say it's 65 or 70, and then work back every 5 years in 5-year increments to find out from today to where we want to retire from, what do we need to do to get there? And so I've reflected on that and used that many times with other people that I've coached in terms of their career planning. And I would encourage you to do that as well. And that segues nicely into kind of the last thing I wanted to talk about is to make sure you do continue to grow. So many of you are aware that I've been a business dean in three different institutions for about a total of 16 years. And I started at Ball State where I had a great run. It was one of the best fit jobs I've ever had. And then I moved from there to Mississippi State University where I had a great experience, but what I learned was the R1 schools are not for me. I like the more interactive student experience, and I like to be closer to the students. And while research, yes, is important, I much prefer a teaching institution. So I had the opportunity about 7 years ago to make the move to the University of Mary Washington. We're a public liberal arts school in Fredericksburg, Virginia, about an hour south of D.C. and an hour north of Richmond. And we have about 4,400 undergraduates, 400 graduate students at the university. And I was charged here with taking the school through initial AACSB accreditation. So we've been on that path for the last couple of years, and I will tell you this has been the most challenging job I've ever had, but yet the most rewarding. Next fall, September 30th to be exact, we expect a peer review team for initial AACSB accreditation to arrive on campus, and so I'm looking forward to that because it's been a long journey, but one that's been very rewarding. Incredibly, though, last August 7th, I got a call from the president's office one morning, and that morning asking me to come to the president's house to see him now. So you can only imagine what the things that were going through my head were, but I ended up going over there and was asked to step up and serve as the interim vice president for administration and finance and the chief financial officer for the university. After I reminded the president that I don't have a background in accounting or finance, he told me that what he needed from me was my leadership skills, my communication skills, and my managerial skills. And I told him I would do my best. In December, we had a discussion, and he asked me to stay on permanently. So I made the decision, very difficult decision in a lot of ways, to leave my heart, the business school, and to come over and work as part of the President's Cabinet permanently. So that's why I'm no longer involved in the business school, and that's why I'm not at ICAM this year. But I do want to say thank you to all of you who had anything to do with me being selected for the Pat Flynn Award. It's something I will cherish. But more importantly, the friendships and the connections I've made through WWAMI, I will cherish the rest of my career. So thank you very much. Enjoy your time, and raise a beverage to me, please. Thank you.